Alright, good morning ladies and gentlemen. Action Figure Magic coming back at you today on a Saturday. Jay with you. And it occurred to me, we are looking at Mr. Maximum Spider-Man Marvel Legends here, that I had more to say. So this is kind of it is a direct companion piece to the review video I already did. I wanted to say a lot more and get into a lot more of some of the subjects I brought up about him. And I wanted to show you some examples of those subjects, mostly meaning how his accessories can be a build-up pack for other Spider-Men. So I'm going to do some stop motions with other Spider-Men using his awesome web gear. And I'm also going to do some head swaps with some of the MCU human heads to show you that that's possible. And we're going to make stop motions with them. And then, of course, there's a few fights I'd like to put in there. One with Scorpion, at least. Kingpin, Doc Ock, maybe all of them, maybe one of them. We'll see how it goes. But I just want to show, I want to put out a positive spin on this guy because that's what he is. He's awesome. It's going to be like a one-off of one figure. Like, I think they said they were going to keep it to 10 a year or something. I think I read that. But it's not like this is going to become the main line. So I'd like to show what I'm talking about as showing his weapons to be more than just him. They're a build-up pack for every other Spider-Man, and I'm going to show that off as good as I can in this review video epilogue. Mostly it's just an excuse for me to stop motion and play with this figure some more. Stop motion is just adult code for us playing with toys and having a good time, and hopefully you see and feel that good time. I thank everybody who's watched the Spider-Man video and dug it and the nice comments, and yeah, it's great. He's a great figure. They tend to make great videos, so he gets most of the credit. I'm just here. I'm the human behind the figure. So let me start this off. I don't know what I'm starting it off with, but I'll be right back. We'll start with head swaps. Obviously, we have Tom Holland. I have so many Tom Holland head sculpts, I don't even know which figure this one's from, but it looks good to me, you know, and with that, you still get the same effect as you would with the head that did come with it. So I don't know how one can go wrong with that, dude. You know, that's awesome. Awesome. Some will say, oh, the head's too big or it's too small, this, that, and the other. It's good for me, bro. All right, next. What? A little Tobias Spider-Man in there? That looks... Again, if this was the head it came with, I would not be complaining. Still gets the... What? That looks great. Wow, this is even cooler than I had thought. And he still looks way up and still gets to look way down. That's just... Yeah, that's baller right there, my friends. Absolute baller. And you can believe I'm going to do some stop motions with that kind of stuff. All right, next. And a little bit of Andrew on our side. A little, you know what I'm saying. That looks great, too. I mean, maybe the head sculpt isn't the best, but it sure does fit my boy's body right here. And I would imagine, yep, you got the looking way up, looking like a hero look right there. Wow. So, I mean, this is fun. This is why I'm here, for figures like this. And keep in mind, I never owned a Mafex or a Hot Toy or a Jade, anything that people call imports. I've never had. I never had them fancy old figures you guys get. So this is my first fancy figure, and it is freaking great. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I don't know. I might title this video "Why He's Worth $50," but I might not. But he's more than worth it. I'll be able to use all this stuff for the rest of my life. How, you know, if I choose to. It's great. All right, next. Surprise, surprise. It's the head sculpt that came with the figure. And after that little show we just did with the MCU heads, I probably will put this one away. But hey, if you like it, use it. Is this gonna make me think less of the figure? The whole package, the $50 Maximum Spider-Man figure package? No. This is just whatever. The MCU heads to me look better. All right, let me finish this up. I'll be right back with introductions to the next section where we're going to get into some stop motions. So be right back. Yes. All right, actually, with the stop motions, we're going to start with having the MCU heads put onto this body and do one long stop motion where they're all demonstrating swinging and the effects and how you don't need just the one little stand it comes with. You can do all kinds of tricks to get those webs looking like they're being shot from any direction, as I will quickly demonstrate. And then I'll see you after all that, and we'll go to the next stop motion section I want to hit. Awesome. See you on the other side, guys. Final web test, take 4. Woohoo! Yeah! Loving it! Woo! My bad. My bad. Show gotta go on. Woo! With great power comes great responsibility. Woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen, quick before we get into the next section, I am going to use these 3 awesome Spider-Men. What Spider-Man figure isn't awesome is the real question. But yeah, we're going to use Mr. Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man 2 figure, Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, and the original OG Black Suit Symbiote Spider-Man, all of whom have the parts I need. I've got a lot more Spider-Man, but to go through all the accessories right now is very time consuming. These 3 I found with no problem, so those are the 3 we're going to go with using the web accessories that came with Maximum Spider-Man. Let's get into it. And then after this section, we'll do a fight or 2 and then call it a day. Awesome. See you on the other side of this one. Woohoo! Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man! Woo! Got some new gear to try! Yeah! Awesome! Wee! Oh, Spider-Man! Trying out some new gear! To practice! Here I am, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Yep, there's... Wow, okay, I like it. Woo! Alright guys, this is going to conclude my companion piece review video epilogue. This is the video where I kind of went over and said more and went more in depth than I could in the review video itself, as it was already 15 minutes long. So with this video, I wanted to prove why, he was worth $50 to me. And I think I made a pretty damn good case on that. Not only were we using, the effects on some different MCU Spider-Mans like we just did, and boy, I'm pretty exhausted, guys. This last fight should be something. We also were able to use almost all of his accessories with other Spider-Men. I just couldn't get to all my Spidey hand accessories in time, so I just used these 3. Plus, I'm only trying to give you an overview. I'm not trying to, play with these figures for you. I'm here just to show you why he's worth $50 to me. He's got more use for himself and all my other Spider-Men than any other figure ever. So yeah, he's great. So now I made this video and I laid out my case for why it's worth $50. I'd love to hear from somebody who doesn't quite think it's worth $50 and why. No, we're not going to fight or nothing like that. I just want to hear why you wouldn't think that he is worth $50 after this nice case I laid out. No biggie, just conversation, that's all. We would love to hear from you. I know I would, for sure. I think this is the best action figure I've ever owned, looked at, played with, and stop motioned with. Hands down, he gets 100 out of 10. Best figure I've ever played with or used or whatever, owned, etc. So, top that, buddies. Show me why he's not worth 50, like I just showed you he is. Now with that, I'm done. I'm going to leave you with a nice little quick fight between the Scorpion, who is my favorite Spider-Man villain, bar none. Quick little side note, that Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man stop motion we did here gave me a whole new respect for that figure. He had more articulation and stuff I didn't even know about, but once I had the proper gear, thanks to Mr. Maximum Spider-Man, I maximized the F out of that Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. So just remember that, kids. With all that, I'm going to call it a day or 2 days. It's been 2 days on this and 3 days on the other one. Taking a day off tomorrow. I hope you enjoy this. Stay tuned for this fight right here and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Thank you all the new viewers and subscribers and all the comments and interactions. We appreciate that. And it's been pretty exciting. So we're going to try to keep that momentum going. And it's all thanks to you guys. With that, give you a big hug. All right, we out. I'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned for that fight scene. And that's it. Bye.